Hey, everybody, welcome to another episode of The Creator's Outlet. So, we welcome tonight Miss Reena, where you can find her at Magic Gal Media on Twitter.
Yay!
Woohoo! So, hello, SGD.
Hey,
Welcome.
SGD, thanks for coming.
So tell us a little bit about you, your background, and why you decided to become a comic book creator.
I am a newcomer to the indie comic scene, so Black Rhapsody is my first project. I decided to become a comic creator when I started seeing other comic creators start crowdfunding in order to get the projects out there instead of like pre-established publishers like Marvel, DC, Image, Dark Horse.
Otherwise known as the enemy. No. I started in comics. I haven't I haven't published anything. I've got like four or five scripts laying around here on my computer. Um,
Oh my!
but I became a comic fan at a very young age because I'm old. I'm going to be 53 this year. And they had just started running the old 66 Batman show and reruns in early mornings. And I saw all the flashy colors and all the action and words appearing out of nowhere in thin air where people got hit. And I was hooked. And right around the age of four, my mother started buying me a comic book off the spinner rack at the local family-owned drugstore every Sunday morning, and it just grew from there. And I just couldn't get enough. To the fact that in high school I ended up starting to work at a comic book shop, and am still connected to them to this day. My best friend and his family own it now. He used to be the manager, and I haven't stopped. And when the COVIDs came in and shut everything down, I said, "Oh, I got an idea. I'll start a podcast." And I was trying to go, "Oh, damn! Everybody else had that idea too."
Yeah,
But I got into it, and I learned. I started learning a lot more about CG and how huge the indie scene is right now. I had no idea when I jumped headfirst into the deep end of the pool. And I think this is just uh, crazy. I'm never at a lack for people to come on the show and talk about what they're creating. So I welcome you, noob to the comic indie scene, and wish you luck with your first project, Black Rhapsody Part One.
thank you. I feel very welcome.
So give us an idea of what the book's about.
Yeah, Black Rhapsody is about musical, magical singers, a group of magical singers having to fight a evil goddess turn pop star and save humanity.
Uh, the first thing that came to mind when you said that was Gem and the Holograms.
Yes, I do mention that Gemma the Hunger has a bit of inspiration. It takes the darkness of Madoka Magica and combines it with the ultra violence of Berserk with a bit of Gemini holograms sprinkled in.
Very cool. I remember trying not to get caught watching Gem and the Holograms.
Really?
Yeah. Well, you don't want your friends catching you, if you're watching He Man or, Mask or G.I. Joe or anything. That's cool. You don't want to get caught hanging around with your girl cousins glued to the TV for Gem and the Holograms,
No.
because then you get teased nonstop.
Yeah, true.
And now I just don't care. So tell us where the creative process for the book started.
The creative process started when actually it goes back to when I was in high school. I kind of came up with this super edgy story, and as I grew, I kind of forgot about it for like a good while because it was originally a zombie story. Because at the time I was playing a lot of zombie video games. I just got obsessed with them. But as I grew older, I kind of began to feel shame towards my own creation. So I kind of repurposed it a bit a few
Hmm.
years later. I started the scripting process for Black Rhapsody during my last 2 years of college, I think 2019. And 2020 is when I completed the script and had it edited. Once it was completely edited, I then proceeded to look for artists.
So who do you have as your editor on the book?
Piper.
Oh, I know
Yeah,
Piper.
yeah, I like Piper. She's very helpful.
Yeah, she's Luke Stone's editor too on
Oh,
Hybrids.
cool.
And then you started looking for artists. That can be a daunting task because there's so many variables.
Yeah.
So how did you go about your original search for an art team?
Um, I went to a bunch of different places. I started in like Facebook because I was looking for someone who can do like manga art, and
Hmm.
I found the perfect person, but unfortunately he was not able to commit to the project. So I went to ArtStation, where I stumbled upon my current artist Jan Apples. What's that?
Oh, that's my girlfriend. Uh, Probably on TikTok on the other side of the room. She had her phone up too high. Sorry.
Oh yeah, I found my current artist through ArtStation, and I contacted her through email.
Oh, very cool. Uh, is she like local in the states, or is she from another spot in the globe?
She's in the States.
Okay, that's cool. At least it's fairly local, coast to coast. I know a
Yeah,
lot of people that end up getting like these fantastic artists from like all over the world. So the book's
yeah,
going to be black and white, like a typical manga.
yeah.
Okay.
I plan on having color be a stretch goal.
Oh yeah, always a good idea. Speaking of which, I know you're launching tomorrow night, and you're going to be on Bancroft's show, uh,
Hmm.
which is always awesome to be able to launch a book with the Bogan.
Yeah, the Bogan.
Hey, Aaron Jordan. Hey, buddy.
Hey, Aaron. Thanks for coming. I really appreciate it.
And so, what are you looking at uh, for a featured tier?
I plan on having my featured tier be an all-in-one tier, consisting of two pinup prints, one poster, two two copies of the book, one digital, one physical, and a acrylic standee of the main character.
Oh, very cool. Acrylic standees have become very popular as of late.
Yes.
I know I got a bunch coming to me from the Global Frequency Project, and I know I'll be getting one with issue 8 of Hybrid Sons of Gods from Luke Stone. They're doing a stretch goal with one of their characters as a standee. I'm like, oh, cool. I'm glad I have big windowsills. So, why don't you tell me like a basic plot outline for the book?
Yeah, so the plot consists of an introduction to the main character, Alethea Mahalia. She's the character who's my icon, as you can see on the stream.
Hmm.
She goes into a very popular music label to kind of get a chance of getting signed on as one of their new talents, but unfortunately things don't go her way, and now she has to fight for her life.
So from an evil record label to the fight of her life.
Yeah.
Hmm, that's interesting. Uh, Tell us a little bit more about that.
That's getting into spoilers.
Okay, no spoilers. I don't like spoilers.
Let's just say egos are involved, and that's it.
Okay. Oh yeah, in the music industry? Hell yeah. I know that for a fact. I was a disc jockey for 30 plus years, so I know how that goes with dealing with record labels. So how long you said you started this and you reworked it from zombies to uh
A magical girl story.
yeah, to magical music, and so from the original concept to now has been what, like 6 to 8 years?
Yeah, because I started the concept. It was called something else during my teenage years. It was called Girls of Badass High. Because
Hmm.
I got it from like the logo TV's like marathon segment about female main characters like Buffy and all of them that featured LGBT characters.
Yeah,
So I kind of took that because it sounded cool at the time.
I just started rewatching Buffy again the other day.
Oh god,
I like to binge everything, and I haven't watched that in years and years.
me
So it's like,
too.
what am I going to watch? And I'm flipping through the Roku channel, and I'm like, Buffy, cool.
That's always a good choice.
That was a very fun show for quite a long time. So, and do you have it based in a fictional setting, or is it based in like an actual locale?
I base it in a fictional setting.
Okay. And this is part one. So
Hmm.
the original arc, how many books are you planning for that?
A good number, but it probably making an ongoing series.
Okay. Always a good plan. And since this is done in manga style, is it going to be traditional manga from right to left, or is it
Uh, no, it's gonna be Western style.
okay?
'Cause I know most people prefer the Western style.
I got confused when I was reading the original classic Harlock, and I was reading the wrong way, and I couldn't figure out what was going on.
I know. I'm not gonna do that to you guys.
And so you're looking at an ongoing series. How many page? What's the page count for this first issue?
35 plus.
35 plus. Is there a plan to do any bonus books like ash cans or uh, behind the scenes stuff?
Uh, it's gonna be like bonus material, like fan art and stuff like that.
Fan art and possibly concept art from your artist.
Maybe I have to talk to her about it, but I know I plan on doing fan art.
Good. I can stop warming up my drawing desk
Yeah.
once I get to see more. And did uh, is there a video that's launching with the campaign tomorrow, like a trailer?
Um, I'll try to see if I can get a trailer. I've been having a hard time working on the trailer. I've been busy with other things, but I'll see if I can try and get a trailer by tomorrow.
And you're gonna do the trailer yourself?
Now I kind of need someone to help me with that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, hey Nick.
Phoenix, good to see you, pal. Now tell me some of the business's inspirations to you,
Business's inspirations.
like comic book inspirations.
Uh, I'm not really that inspired by by Western comics, more so manga.
Hmm.
So one of the manga inspiration was Madoka Magica, Berserk, and I think the only Western inspiration was also Jim and the Holograms, but that's more so the Jim and the Holograms reboot comic,
Oh yeah,
not the 80s TV show.
yeah. That was from
IDW, I think.
yeah, about 7 8 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had bought uh, every like all the main covers that IDW released for like the first issue to let my daughter try it to see if she liked it, and she's like, "Can we just buy more of My Little Pony?" Okay, just showing support for my girl. You got this.
Thanks, Nick. I really appreciate that.
He wanted to come hang out here before he has to go hang out with B Rose again.
Okay.
Are there like when you look and like read through your script, do you have a certain kind of music that you might be hearing like in the back of your head as you're going through?
Um, yeah, especially with some of the characters. More so like when it comes to character design, I hear that, but not when like the actual script and story, if that makes any sense.
Oh yeah. So why don't you give a rundown of some of the music that you think of when you think of the characters in the book?
Each of the girls are based off of the each, yeah, each of the main girls will be based off of different genres. For the main character, Alethea Mahalia, she is based off of ethereal wave, which is a goth music genre. Her
Okay.
magical girl persona is based on the Greek goddess of witchcraft, necromancy, ghosts, and the moon Hecate. So each
Oh yeah.
genre I came up with for the characters has to correlate, has to match that god that I selected for them. So when I was in the process of going of creating Alethea, I had to think of, okay, what music genre would match someone like Hecate, given her myth, personality, and her cultural significance. Okay, she'll have to be a goth related genre.
Yeah, that makes sense. And why don't you tell us, without spoilers, of course, a little bit about the supporting cast in the book?
For the supporting cast you got Alethea and her friends, Letitia and Lucian. Uh, you also okay. So how do I? I'm sorry. It's just that I got so certain characters are spoiler characters, so I'm trying to dance around this.
So we can avoid the spoiler characters.
I can only tell you about the magical girls being characters of the like supporting cast.
Okay.
So for the Magical Girls, they're all based from different music genres from around the world. For example, I have a Japanese character who's based off uh, a Japanese deity called Kuro Okami, who is based off of melodic death metal.
Ooh, I like that.
Yes, and I also have another character who's based off of an African goddess whose music genre is Afro soul. And
See,
uh,
to me, like everything is music because what I did for a living since I was like 17. So I can't picture what they look like, but I can picture, uh, you know, parts of their persona just from you describing the type of music to be that you associate them with.
yeah, and it took a lot of research on the specific deity for me to figure out, because some of these deities I chosen are kind of obscure, so there's
Mm-hmm.
not really a lot of like myths and legends around them. Unlike let's say like Hera, because there's a lot of stories about Hera, but there's not a lot of stories about Hecate, unfortunately. I mean, there are stories, but not as much.
Yeah,
Or let's say for Izanagi, there's a lot of stories surrounding Izanagi, but not a lot of stories on Kuro Okami, despite him being born from Izanagi.
and I became uh, more aware of Hecate. I'd say about 4 or 5 years ago, um, through through a big long storyline involving Wonder Woman out of the Justice League Dark with like all the mythical characters, and they brought Hecate in.
Yeah, I do not like their rendition of Hecate in that one,
No,
because she's not a villain. She is capable of evil, but that's like you would have to do something really bad to provoke her, and that's
yeah,
usually like messing with the innocent, because she is kind of described as being the friend of the dead. So if you're like if you murdered someone and they wanted a family member wanted justice for their death, they will call upon Hecate. If you try to hurt one of her followers, she's gonna come after you. So she's very reactionary in that.
hmm which is I don't bother with anybody that doesn't you know bother me, but you know come at
Yes,
my come at my family, and I'll probably be the last thing you say.
yeah, that's one of the reasons why I love Hecate, because she's one of the few Greek gods that isn't a complete dick.
Yeah, they're all pretty much like that. But so I just brought up the pre-launch page. So
Yeah.
and the link for that is in the show notes up above and down below, depending on where people are watching the stream right now. And it is also in the chat. Are you doing anything special for people that have gone to the pre-launch page to sign up for the mailing list?
Yes, I plan to have. I recently announced that I plan to have mailing list to give mailing list backers not just an exclusive training card, but also a cool art print done by Alan Alonso from the Howl Comics.
Oh yeah.
So people who are mailing list backers get to back a perk his featuring his piece as well as a training card. The training card still has is a work in progress at the moment.
And a a print by Alan Alonso, which is exclusive to just people on the mailing list.
Yeah,
I like it when people do that. I know I've backed some campaigns that if you were on the mailing list for two different campaigns that were connected, you would get a special trading card from each. It was kind of like an amalgam of both their books,
Oh,
and then when you bought as long as you're a physical backer, and then you actually got uh, like a print that came from both of them. So you got like a couple extra cards, and some of the cards were done by some big name people in CG. This feller that whose name escapes me, but I know it like the back of my hand, but apparently not as well. I haven't
can you
had enough.
describe him?
Yeah, he likes wearing a cowboy hat.
Michael T.
Uh,
High Desert Comics.
yep. No, not Michael T. I know him. Um, oh, he also did a variant cover on one of 656's zombie books.
I'm sorry, I don't know.
Oh,
I know who's I know who 656 is, but I don't know the person.
I think it was with Shane. Was it Shane?
John Malin?
Nope.
Damn.
Oh, I, darn it. Okay, this is gonna bug me. So now I'm gonna now I'm gonna have to come over here and bring up somebody real quick. The cards were done on Tailless from Aria. So I'm just quickly looking at his campaign. Scrolling down, 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 down.
Down, 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 down.
Going downtown. Oh my goodness. He's got so much merch on his campaign.
Yeah, I really hate it
Oh,
when they have.
Preston
Oh,
Acevedo.
oh, Preston. Okay, thank you. I know who Preston is.
Uh, there's a card by Preston. There's a card by Chubb. Um, and there is another card by. There was he did an exclusive sign up, which was a CG UK crossover uh, with Chubb. He's got one of the Mary Boys standing next to Taylor's. Oh, Max Hedstrom did one too,
Oh.
along with Mike Mike Jimmy of Life on Corix. It was a crossover between those two. So I thought that was pretty cool. I was planning on backing both of them anyhow, but
Um. Oh. Okay.
it was I saw like all the names that I couldn't remember and had to go back and look. And I just thought it was very cool that he had like so many different people, even just doing like a trading card for somebody else's campaign is really cool, and it shows you how tight knit the CG crew is.
Mm-hmm.
So how often are you going to try to come out with a new book?
Um. I haven't thought that far, to be honest. I'm still kind of focusing on
the here and
Fine.
now.
Yeah.
You have to see how it goes because it's your first time out, so you don't have a whole lot of inkling to, I know you've seen, many other people's campaigns and how they progress, but it's a totally different story when it's you going through uh, all the stress of uh, the backing, all the different shows to go on, all the plugs to make, and promotions, and putting together the Indiegogo page. So, did you tap anybody to help you construct the Indiegogo page?
Yeah, multiple people. But it was mainly myself who had to take that advice and try to construct my Indiegogo page on my own.
It's not an easy thing to do.
Yeah.
There's a lot to it. So, are you planning on signing all the copies of the book when you get to fulfillment?
Not really, because I think that's only for people who are established names like Ethan von Klaus and numerous other.
No, I've gotten multiple books from people that have just done like a few books and are fairly new to CG and crowdfunding, uh, and they signed them too. I like to get all my stuff signed, but that might be something that you can look into. You know, to put as a stretch goal if you you get like a lot of requests for it between now and the time the campaign ends.
Maybe, but I really don't want to do it because that's going to kill my hand.
You don't want to sign anything. Okay.
That's going to lead to carpal tunnel.
Oh, I know the feeling.
Maybe sometime in the future when I'm more established, I might consider doing it.
Okay. Now, is there any projects that are live right now that you're looking at that you want to get behind because they caught your eye so much?
Mandy Summers' Gym Shock.
Oh yeah.
Von Klaus's Terror in the Trenches.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that's Micah Curtis's Inglewood Book 2 is another one.
Oh yeah.
And that's pretty much it because I, that's pretty much all the books that have captured my interest.
Okay. Yeah, not everything's for everybody, and the problem I find is I basically want to back every book that comes out, just about every book that comes on a show with me. And I'm like, okay, yeah, that sounds kind of cool. I like the artwork, I like the premise, and I'm
But
like,
then you look at your wallet and start
yeah,
to cry inside.
yeah, and the moths stop coming out, and I'm like, I'd really like to do this. Like, I got behind in a big way for because I love like mech warriors and stuff. And when Global Frequency was getting ready to do their campaign, uh, I sold a run of key books to a friend of mine who's a collector and a dealer uh, to make enough money to be able to go in and get the collector's box with all the variants and all the uh, all the metal prints that Phoenix Animation did, and you know all the merch. And I'm like, oh, I don't believe I spent that much money on one book, but I'm looking forward to still having it. So, but yeah, the with the average price being around $25 for like a crowdfunded book, it adds up really quick. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm disabled, and just collecting. So I'm like, I don't have funds like I once did when I was working like 65, 70 hours a week.
Oh my.
I was in a coma back in 2016, so uh, it kind of hinders my life now. So anything that you want to pitch about your book that would
If
that would convince people to back it.
if you like musical magical girls, Lovecraft references, unscrupulous references to real life pop stars, and all the cool weeb shit out there, sign up for the mailing list and Black Rhapsody on launch tomorrow on Michael Bancroft show at 9 p.m. Eastern.
And that's all she get to say about that, because anything else might be a spoiler.
Yes.
So, Ms. Reena, I want to thank you very much for coming on. I'm gonna wrap up this for tonight, and this will be up on my podcast platform later on this evening. You'll be able to get it on Spotify or any place you like to get a podcast. And this will also be uploaded and be available later on tomorrow afternoon on my Rumble channel as well.
Okay, cool. Thanks for having me on.
So thanks for coming on. I know we've been talking quite a bit, going back and forth, trying to get everything down. I was feeling a little under the weather the other night, so we rescheduled for tonight. So it was great seeing a whole bunch of people come in that I know and that obviously you know as well. And I wish you all the best tomorrow. I will try to tune into Bancroft to see how the book does on the initial launch.
Yay.
Thank you very much. Have a great night, and I'll talk to you soon.
You too. Bye.
Bye bye.